We have little news leading into big speculation, and it might cause you to pick up Emanuel Wilson, and you're going to have to watch his full video to see whether or not you need to or not, because this is going to be on you, your situation, and what you need. But before we dig in with this deep dive, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're deep diving the trending players every single day, as many players as possible. When news hits, I'll be there. You'll get the advanced analytics, the situation, so you can make the decision on what you want to do with your fantasy team. We're going deeper on the waiver wire than anybody else on YouTube, especially Fantasy Football Twitter and the Fantasy Football articles. On top of that, we're helping you set your lineups with the must-start videos. Click that button. Stop missing out. But here's the news, guys. Pierre Strong elevated from the practice squad. He's going to be activated on Sunday. Little news leading to big speculation because Josh Jacobs is questionable with an illness. I stated earlier, I did not know, but my guess is you throw a Z-Pack at him, maybe we get him out there. This is a little clue that, hey, something might be going on. Something might be up because we're questionable with an illness, and he's either not looking good right now and might be all right tomorrow, or he's not looking good right now and not looking good tomorrow. He's also dealing with a calf issue. If you remember Chuba Hubbard and his calf issue, he was able to play, and then after that, he had to miss 2 weeks. So this could be precaution, calf injury plus illness, lack of water, dehydration. That could play an effect. He could be still sick. He could be having that calf issue. He's got multiple things going on, creating massive risk here for Josh Jacobs. That's what that sounds like to me. So there's no answer here. There's no answer here. I can't give you an answer. He might be all right and good to go. He might be able to choke it down and go. He might be all right. I don't know. He might be in bed and can't move. He might be like that. He might be on the toilet not being able to get up. Or he might be all right. He might just need another night's sleep, maybe a little rest, some fluids, and be good to go. But he's questionable. They brought up a running back, and Emanuel Wilson's the next man up. So you got to make a decision. Do you need this? Are you dire right now? If Josh Jacobs being out going to hurt you, do you need a running back like that right now? Can you stay free of this? Like, hey, I'm good. I don't need to make this move. But Manny Wilson, the last few weeks since week 3, a 23% snap share, 30% snap share, 18% snap share. He's been getting the most work in this backfield, and there's clues that he's going to be getting a good amount of work. If Jacobs is out, you're looking at Manny Wilson throughout the years. Last year, he had some moments. He had 3 games where he posted double-digit PPR fantasy point production. He already has 1 this year, week 4 against the Dallas Cowboys. Manny Wilson is just a solid running back prospect. He's got good vision, a good meat potato grinder up the gut. He's got a good feel. He's got a good pace for the game. He's a good running back that holds it down for this team. They've kept him around even though he was a UDFA. For a UDFA to stay around this long and be an RB2 and hold off all the gatekeepers, that says something. This team likes him a lot. He is a very dependable running back for this team. They like him. They trust him. That's something to note with him. You're looking at the opportunity shares for this team throughout the year. He's got an 8% opportunity share where Josh Jacobs has 40% on the season. But when you dial it from week 3 onward, it ramps up to 11%. He has been getting work. He's been getting opportunities. Snap shares up to 24%, 5% target share, 17% share of the carries. And when you look at it like that, when we cover the backup running backs, he's a running back that's getting a lot of workload for a backup running back. If you're above 10% in opportunity share as a backup running back, they're using you. There's not many questions or doubt that somebody's going to come in and mess up your workflow. You're looking at last year in 2024, a 12% opportunity share over Chris Brooks. Marshawn Lloyd was banged up most of the year, did not get any opportunity really. Played in 1 game. You got to see a little bit of him, but nothing really. And last year, he had 20% share of the rushing attempts. He's got 17 right now. You're looking at Emanuel Wilson. He's the next man up. He's the guy to look at. Christopher Brooks hasn't really done anything in football yet, in the NFL, He hasn't really done anything fancy-wise, number-wise. He's been out there. He's been able to stay around the league. He's got some good size to him, but still hasn't done enough for him to steal Manny Wilson's workload. Pierre Strong, the guy that got elevated up the roster for this week. Very athletic prospect from the FCS level. Good prospect profile coming out of the FCS level. We have 1 RB 1 week to his name. He can catch the ball in the backfield. He's very explosive. And he was a guy that was a money ball running back coming out of the NFL draft back then in 2022 because he has a lot of upside. He's got some wiggle to his game. Small school prospect, takes time to develop, never really fired, but now here we are on the Packers. Watch for him just in case he has a surprise moment. Marshawn Lloyd is on IR. This is the running back you may want to pay attention to and stash. He's just a throw-in for this video because I want to talk about Marshawn Lloyd. I can do that. It's my channel. But good size, adjusted athleticism, productive at USC, used in the passing game there. Not so much because Caleb Williams loves to push it downfield and not check it down to the running backs. He had to learn that with DeAndre Swift. Also at South Carolina, we got some production. We're a big-time recruit out of high school, but he's got some juice. He's been banged up. He's only played in 1 game in a year and a half. That being said, he hasn't proven whether or not he's good or bad for the NFL, the Packers, or even fantasy football. So he's quite the unknown, but he has a very advantageous prospect profile. Drafted in the 3rd round, 5'9", 220, built like a brick shithouse, good size, adjusted athleticism. We just don't know. But he can hang out on your IR spot if you need him. You're looking at this matchup here against the Cardinals. The Cardinals are giving up fantasy points to running backs. They have allowed every running back they've went up against to at least hit the fairway. I consider the fairway 10 PPR fantasy points or more. Like, you look at double digits, you're all right with it. Maybe you don't like 10, but you're kind of all right with it. It's not 9.9, but you're all right with it. And you're seeing this. 12.4 or more to every single running back. They broke to Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor. So more than likely, since he's not Christian McCaffrey or Jonathan Taylor talent, more likely, odds are, considering this offense, considering the flow of this game, maybe if he's out there, Emanuel Wilson and Josh Jacobs is not, hitting around 12-ish. Maybe like what Zach Charbonnet, maybe about 12-ish. Maybe we score, maybe we get that. Nothing electric, nothing you got to have. Probably not going to outscore Jonathan Taylor, probably not going to outscore Christian McCaffrey unless we get to punch it in at the goal line multiple times. More than likely, we're not doing that. But 13, 14, fine. 12-ish, fine. That's probably where we're looking at for this matchup. You got 44.5 over-under. It's right down the middle of over-unders this week. We could see some good flow in this game. Spread's at 7. That's kind of thick for a spread. They're expecting the Packers to win this one. Cardinals, we might see Murray out there. This could be an interesting matchup. Marvin Harrison Jr.'s back. This could be a fun game here. But you're looking at this. The strategy here is, like, if Josh Jacobs is out, and you know this, he's an obvious pickup. But like I've been saying, Josh Jacobs might wake up tomorrow morning and be fine and be okay, ready to go. We don't know. He could be stuck on the toilet right now. He could be. Like, they could be getting him some medicine right now, and they're playing it by ear right now, and they don't know. And that's why they made the move. And they don't know even right up to the game or even quarter to quarter, play to play even. Like, they may not know type of deal. So this is precaution, and like I said, you got to watch this from beginning to end to know what you need to do, because I don't know. I don't know. There's risk because you don't know. You don't know. He could be slapping on a Z-Pack, but you don't slap him on, you know what I'm saying, and getting some medication. He's on them IVs, you know this. He could be good to go in the morning, but not be looking good right now. That could be, or it could be nothing. They could be just bringing up Pierre Strong because they want to bring him up. It could be that. It could be that. That could be at play. It could be a massive risk here. Like, you may not be able to do this, but you might be in a position where you got to do something. And if Josh Jacobs is out, it's going to wreck your world. Or you might be in a position where, like, you're so bad off where you're like, man, I'll take this chance over starting Michael Carter. I'll take that chance. I've seen Michael Carter struggle to hit 3 yards per carry and not get over 2 yards after contact per attempt. Like, yeah, you, depending on your situation, like I said, I'm not lying to you in the start of this. I'm not lying to you. Small news, big speculation, but you got to make a move, because you make this move now and it hits and he's starting, then you don't have to fight for it. You don't have to take that risk somebody else picks him up. You don't have to do that. But look at your line. Most of you guys probably can't do it. But a lot of you guys probably need to. And a lot of you guys probably just need to sit on that risk. And if it messes out, it messes out. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, one thing you definitely say about this game is idle hands is the devil's workshop. And even though you miss on some moves, the fact that you're making a bunch of moves and rolling the dice till your knuckle bleeds, when you're doing that, there's times that you roll up good. And you're not going to roll up good unless you're rolling that dice, even though there's times you're going to roll up bad. And the thing is, those times that you roll up bad is going to hurt, but there's times where it rolls up good and you start hitting on those runs, it's going to help you out. Instead of staying right there trying to be average. Sometimes you got to make those moves that are a little obscene or a little risky because you don't want to be average. Average doesn't win it unless you get lucky. Average doesn't win it unless you get lucky. That's one thing about it. I'm not trying to sell you into or out of it because it could also roll bad, but that's also a philosophy. That's also statistics. That's statistical analysis. If you're working around average, doing the average thing, then you're going to expect average results. Average results is luck to win it on anything in life. So you're going to have to take risks somewhere. Is this your risk or is it not? Where are you taking your risk? Now, if you take so many risks or if you're uneducated with your risks, then odds are you're just going to flatline and nosedive. That's life too. And you're going to miss out on risks. So I'm not trying to give you life advice too with this, but still think that through. Think about that process, then click your buttons. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.